Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. We're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing our single player playthrough. But first, it is a Monday, so hopefully you all had yourselves a great weekend, as well as I'd like to thank and welcome all of the newest subscribers that we've gained over the last week and over the weekend. You guys are awesome. Also, thank you to the people that have stuck around with me thus far. You guys are also awesome. Channel continues to grow, so I'm loving it. Hell yeah. We've got Space Engineers content this week. We've got Satisfactory content, obviously, which you're watching right now. And then we've also got, later today, we're going to be doing Assassin's Creed Black Flag again, because it is Monday. So we definitely want to get that as well. So, if you weren't here last time, we had built, we had finished the rail line. Let's go ahead and head over there now. Might take me a minute. There she is. Yes. We had built the quad spiral for our train rail to connect this canyon up to the mall, as well as last week we had finished that rail line right there. We got the bridge across and stuff like that. This week is going to be more rail line, of course. And we might fit a factory or two in the mix, but I think mostly we got to focus on rail line, connecting up some of these different biomes and stuff like that. Some of these different areas. Plus, I got some supports to do today and whatnot. So that's kind of the plan. I need to finish up the supports on this, which is I might use the concrete blocks this time. Yeah, we'll use the concrete blocks this time. I think that'll be good. But yeah, we had connected this entire rail line through bridges. As you can see here, we've got our bridges that go all the way up. As well as last week, we had finished the arch bridge, the over arch bridge design that we were working on for most of the week, or half the week or so. Pretty good. That one is up here, this mega bridge. I just decided just to leave that all foundations, but yeah, the mega arch bridge. Well, I call it the mega bridge. There's obviously much bigger designs than this that we could do, but for now, we've got our arch bridge. So we've got the 8 meter to a 4 meter to a 2 meter to a flat, because I did halves. So 8 meter, and then half of that is 4 meter, half of that is 2 meter, and then we did a flat. The reason I didn't do the 1 meter because the 1 meter would have been the 1 meter would have made it look off. I think the way it is right now is pretty good, so I think we'll go with that. And then we also connected this rail line all the way over here. We did all that rail line last week. So this week we're going to be going through this area with our over arch bridge design, going this way. Let's make our way over past these waterfalls, these noisy waterfalls, going from here to there, basically crossing this massive canyon. We'll go over this way, but yeah, crossing this massive, hello, I'll take you. Hey, why not, right? I'm going right by it. Yeah, crossing this massive canyon to land just over here. We might be able to get that, I don't know if we'll get that done today, but we can at least get it started. Get part of it done anyway. Yeah, we're gonna be following those power lines for a little bit, going up that way, because we're trying to connect our mall to the desert while trying to keep it semi-realistic. In realism's sake, I'm more than likely they wouldn't try to put a rail line through here, because of all the challenges and the expense. Yeah, bridges are very, very expensive. You're talking millions of dollars just in bridge material. Pretty crazy. Anyway, yeah. So let's go back to the spiral and let's get those supports kind of finished, and then we can make our way this way. Once we get connected to the desert, then I'll think about doing more factories. Just I need to get these rail lines finished that are over here connected to the mall, so that we can send trains up to the mall to drop off materials. And we still have yet to do the. I still have yet to do the sync program, for the mall yet. But yeah, that beautiful mall building up there. I like the design of it. I still don't like necessarily the darker color, but it does work with the blues, so I'm more than happy to leave it. Yeah, if we head right here, you can kind of see the mall from here. The massive mall, and then the spiral structure for the rail line. Ugh. I just love building. Also, some news from the Satisfactory team. If you guys have not seen the video yet, is it Mikhail? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. I think it's pronounced Mikhail, but I'm not sure if it was Michael or. They pronounce it differently over there, to what you think of normal. Well, at least from the U.S. anyway. But yeah. From the new community manager there at Coffee Stain, since Snut has officially left. He no longer is part of any videos from now on. So, last video we got from him was the Lego one. But anyway, the news from there though is they showed us a sneak preview of another thing that's coming into the 1.1 update, coming out later this year. I don't know how much later, but later this year. So we've got the straight pipes, obviously the straight mode for the belts that we have. That is coming into pipes as well. And the other thing they're going to be adding is hypertube junctions. So if you have a hypertube, you can have it looked like a Y junction. That's what it looked like. I don't know if they're going to have a four-way or anything like that. It'd be very weird. But definitely the Y pipe junction, it looked like from the video. There was the Y pipe. So yeah, that was one of the big. That was kind of one of the big reveals anyway. I was looking at over here, these bugs. Oh, they're just flying right here. Weird. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So you don't have to have. I mean, you can do junctions if you really want to, but it's just easier just to run a pipe or run a hypertube from one spot to another. But with those junctions, you'll be able to have one hypertube going to multiple locations, because obviously you can keep just splitting, which is pretty cool. That makes sense, or have them combine. And I'd imagine it'd work the same as when you zip lining, when you got a multiple thing, you just hold the direction or tap the direction you want to go, and it'll swap it. But anyway, now that we kind of got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get on into it. So, the way I'm going to be doing these, obviously, so with the hover pack. Oh yeah, I changed these at the end of last week as well. So now these are path signals. So when a train paths through that intersection, it'll path through here as well, so it can keep going. Because the trains constantly kept checking this one, but they wouldn't be able to check it until they got past that intersection, so they'd slow down in case they had to stop, and then they would move on. Because this right here was a block signal, and trains can't see past into the next block signal unless there's a path signal there. Like a train's not going to pass through here if this block signal is red. So the train would come here, it'd pass through this intersection, see the block signal, go, yep, it's green, pathing, and as soon as it comes here, it starts to slow down, and then it'd go, okay, this one's green, or this one's a path. There's not enough distance right here for it to pass through. So what I did was I had it path all the way through. So trains with path signals can path up to 3 signals ahead of it. So 1, 2, 3. So it paths all the way through to that signal there. So that way the train can continue going. Like this train here, watch. It's going to path all the way through. There we go. Path, path, and path. See, it's all green now for that train. It had to slow down because the other train had just went through that area. And the path signal here that it pathed would be looking at the signal ahead of it, going, okay, that's green, let's path through it. But it was still red when it tried to path, so it started to slow down in case it needed to stop, but then it turned green, so then it pathed. It checks every few seconds or every second or something like that. I don't remember, but that's how train rails work. Sorry about that little tutorial just randomly in the middle of the video, but yeah, that's that. Just giving you a reasoning why I changed it. So if you have multiple intersections that are really close together, I wouldn't do any more than 2 intersections. But if you have the intersections that are close together, you can either put them as one big intersection, or if you got multiple train or multiple, if they're far enough apart, and you got multiples of that, you can just have the intersections separate, but have the thing that's separating the 2 intersections have the path, have that as a path signal, so it can path all the way through. That way, that way the train doesn't have to stop each time or almost stop each time in order to check. It can just path all the way through and then know that the path is clear. So, yeah, it's basically that whole deal there. Alrighty, so I'm going to be using the big concretes, or should we use the little? No, we have to use the big ones. Okay. Yep, we're going to be popping these in here. So yeah, we'll just use the big concrete blocks. I don't know, because the rest of it's made of concrete, so that's why I'm thinking we'll just concrete it all. And then if we end up painting it, we can paint it all one color too. If that ever happens. I don't think that'll ever happen, but maybe. Maybe one day. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of free place. This is going to take me a while, so... as you can see, it's already taking quite a bit of time. I'm going to be here for a little bit. Placing these. It's still, though, to be honest, it still won't be as bad, or it might be as bad, but it'll be close. But it won't be necessarily as bad as, because there's not as many spirals as the one that I did for up to the mall, that other big spiral that's all made out of girders. That one took like 2 hours to put in all the supports for it. It was a mess. Anyway, but yeah, let me get these done real quick, all the way through this entire structure, and then we'll move on to doing these inner corners here that I wanted to do. Alrighty then, so now that we've got the supports for that done, we can finally move on. They're not 100% perfect. I did have some challenges, which right here, so I decided to put walls up instead, because otherwise they would have been over this and the trains would have clipped it, which was not my intention. So yeah, just one of those things. So it touches the wall, but that's about it. And then the same with up here. So it goes into a full-on... oops. I thought I did this already. Well, actually I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, it goes to a full-on flat flooring here. Maybe we'll put some signs up at some point. Go westbound and eastbound. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool, actually. Could we do like a sign? Like organization. So let me get like a small billboard. Or should we do a large billboard? Yeah, large billboard. Of course it's upside down. Why do they always try to put them upside down? I don't ever understand that. It's so weird for it to be trying to put upside down. I don't understand why it does that. Okay, select icon. Or no, layout. We want the layout. Maybe this. Change the text to eastbound. There we go. How's that? So we got Desert Canyon eastbound and Desert Canyon westbound. It took me a little bit to do that, so I'll probably cut that out. But yeah, apparently on one side you could put 2 arrows. So left you go eastbound, and right you go westbound. Following the canyon. Perfect. I like that. I need to start putting big old signs like this in the future. I think it'd be really cool. It'd be really nice. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to save this as sign green 2. Save. Because that dark green like that really works well with the emission strength up to 1. Yeah, pretty nice. All right. But now that we've got all the supports and we've got all the design work for this, oh wait, no. Now that we've got part of that, we need to do the rest of the design work for here. So, with this particular one, we're going to go like this. Normally there'd be a foundation here, but there's not for just because of the river. We're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that over. Then we're going to vertical this all the way up. And I gotta do this like 7 more times after this. Yeah, I just want to bring that all the way up like that. So, helps get the structure a little stronger of a look. Plus, you get, yeah, you get that, and then you get. Actually, we could do more with this now that I have that there. If we, like, did this, I think it's right there. I'm gonna have to bring it here. Just like that. And then we bring this from here. I have to bring it there. There. We can have a little bit of an overlap. Get rid of that. There we go. And this particular one, this one has to be interesting as well. Because it's going to be like this. Oops. Did that wrong. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then in order to get that into a slope, we're going to do a 4 meter. Or should we do a 2 meter? Let's do a 2 meter. Inverted 2 meter. So a bit like that, and then we're going to do a 2 meter corner. Alrighty. Finally got that done too. So now we've got this this corner kind of cut out, so it's a little more streamlined, I guess you could say. A little bit-ish. A little more streamlined. Right there. And we got the big old sign in the middle. That looks pretty good. I think we're done here. I think we're done here. I might put a tower up here, though. That might be a good idea. Hold on. Doesn't this have a... Is it centered on 2? It is. Okay. No, first things first, organization. Organization. Right? Radar tower. Okay, so these 2... And these 2, right? And it's opposite the ladder. Not that it matters in this particular case, actually. Okay, that's exactly centered. Radar tower dish in the middle of a canyon. That seems like a good idea. Oops. Okay, so that covers... What does this cover? Does this cover anything that these don't? So we got one on top of here, right? No, we don't. Okay, so that one covers all of that. This one covers into the canyon. And this one covers into the canyon as well. Yeah, I don't think we need one here. Okay. But I will be putting up power here. A power platform. It's right there. Yeah. And then my next power tower is going to go over here on top of this building. No, wire's too long. No. Dang it. Okay, let's put one here. Is that too long now? Damn it. Oh, we could put one... Ugh. Okay, well, that's not gonna happen. Alrighty then. I think we'll leave it here then. We'll leave that there. Okay. So now we gotta make our way over to the other canyon, because we're done with this. We gotta make our way to the other canyon. So that we can get started over there. Alright, so now that we're over here, now we gotta figure out what height this needs to be, this little pad. I might have to move this pad up a bit or down a bit, depending. Well, not this particular one. We'll have to do it over here. This has to stay at this height because it can go lower, but it can't go higher because of this rock outcropping here. So if we put our train there, see how the rock outcropping is going to be perfect for the train to go by? Because this just barely fits. Okay. So now we're going to zoop this all the way across. Swap over to hoverpack here, or to jetpack here. I need to make sure that this is going to be high enough before I start building the bridge, because otherwise we're going to be in a little bit of trouble if we don't do this correctly. So. Okay, so it is going to need to go up. Yeah, because we're going to bridge all the way across this, because this side has a bunch of cliffs that support big enough for rails. So. Alright, foundations... 2-meter foundation? Or should we go 4-meter? I think we should probably go 4-meter. Alright, so 4 meter higher than this. So we have to flatten out roughly. I mean, actually, I wonder what a 4 meter would look like. Probably be too high, huh? Because if it's a 4 meter climb, or a 4 meter higher, we might be able to get past that hump. But what I'm worried about is the height of it. Yeah, that puts us right at the hump. Yep. So what we have to do is we have to flatten out here, and then immediately start sloping upwards. If we slope up at a 2 meter, it'll definitely... We can slope up at a 1 meter, though. So something like that. Okay, because we can support foundation for this height here. And then what we'll do is we'll flatten out here. Okay. I might try to... No, that's not going to work. I was going to say I might try to straighten that a little bit, but no, it is not going to work the way I've got it. So the way I've got it's only going to work there. Okay. Alright, back to jetpack. Alright, now I just need to make sure, which it looks like it is, I just need to make sure this is where I want the bridge before I build it. So we've got the height, we just need to confirm the position, and then we can confirm it. Okay, perfect. That's exactly where I want it. Well, not exactly, but it's damn close. If I wanted it a little more to the right, but not to my right, but to the right, this way. If I could move it a little more right, that'd be awesome. But there's no need because I'm not going to run into it. So I'm not going to run into the cliffside. Just needed to make sure I wasn't going to run into the cliffside. But then the other portion to this. So now we've got the height. We've got the position. Now I just need to build a blueprint for the starter of the bridge. I'm just going to start here. So we'll go back over here where we could have our blueprints. And I don't want to be next to these waterfalls because that's annoying to listen to constantly. So we're going to put the blueprint right over here in this corner where we're mostly surrounded by rail, so that we can have our hover pack. Oops. Special blueprint Mark II. That's the one we've been using. Like I said, just real close to that. Nice and close to the rail. So there's one more section to this that we need to build. And whatnot. Sorry, I bumped my mic there. But yeah, so the overarched bridge has another section to it that I have not built over here. I didn't build it over here because there was no reason to, because it's sitting on top of this. But the way that we need to make this work is the overarch needs to become an undersided arch as well. So what I need to do is put up on foundations. I'm going to put it up pretty decently high, and then I'll start playing with it. And we'll see where it goes. I know that sounds wrong, phrasing. Well, it's going to be 8 meter, right? Or it's going to be... Hold on. It's going to be one of these. It's going to be at this angle, so... I mean, we could go steeper. We could go much steeper. Is this going to be steeper? Let's see. Is this 2 meter tall? Oh, no, it's not. Okay. I'm just trying to think, how would that look? Well, first things first. Blueprints. Over Arch Bridge Section 1. Is it really not going to let it be there? It'll have to be here. Okay. Let's raise it up one more. The reason these foundations exist is just so I can put in the support, or have it high enough to start the support. So that is 4 meters above bottom. Okay, so then, of course, we're going to zip this across, zip this across. We're going to carry this as well, just like that. Okay. But this is where the design kind of stops and flattens out. So need to figure out foundation-wise where the supports are going to go. Okay, I'm thinking because we could pull it from here and go down here. Ah, that is steeper, actually. If we go from this corner here to this corner here, that is much steeper. And it's about the same length, too. That's kind of what I want. Okay, so architecture. Let's get rid of these. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in these. Well, no, we're going to build our own. That's right. Yeah, they're... Okay. Can I? Yep. Okay. But that'll make this work better. Of course, I'm going to run a beam across here. And I'm going to do this with the angle mode as well, the diagonal mode, just so it's exactly the same. Okay, like I said though, it needs to carry on down. Okay, and then we need a full foundation piece from here. So it's going to be here. It needs to be the width of a foundation. That'll keep this angle the same. So just like that. Just like that. Okay, and then of course we're gonna default these across. So the way I've been doing it is from this corner to that corner directly. So if we start, I might have to remove this. Wait, do we already have the start of where we want everything? Yeah, we do, don't we? Yeah, just don't put beams across the top there, because we're not going to be using those. Or beams across going this way. Alright, so we can remove this blueprint now then. Now that we've got everything where we need it. So then that makes it easier for us to go ahead and do this. Oops, from here to here. Come on. It's not letting it angle, which is annoying. I might have to take the beam connectors out. Just for now. We'll put them back. Just so I can get these angles correct. See, now I can rotate it. Want to rotate it relatively the same. And I also want to make sure that I'm connecting to the right beam. So yeah, relatively the same there. Oh, wait. No, that's not correct. Whoops. Sorry. Incorrect. Or what was annoyed? From that one game show. Yeah, so like this, actually. To as close as we can. Like I said, no beams going across this way or this way. And no beam connectors directly on these top corners. Because we've already got that covered. Okay, so being that this is only a foundation wide, so what we'll do is we'll get rid of this. Well, my initial plan was to have it 2 meters, or two foundations wide, but that's not going to work. But this will at least let us cozy up to that. To the other side. Okay, but yeah, foundations. So how I'm going to design this, it's 2 foundations up. We're going to make a little cross beam. I'm thinking about it, but then again, I'm like, it's fine. Okay, there we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go from here to here. Actually, I have been going the other way. How is this going to look, by the way? Let me put the blueprint back. This one... connected to here. Oh, what? Why is it a... What is that movement? That nudging? Why was that nudging all weird? That was really strange. Okay, so... yeah, crossways, but we need to go... we need to go the other way, yeah. That's what I was just like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. So like that, yeah. Alright, perfect. Okay, so we've got the beam connection piece in. Now we just need to we just need to add all the beam connectors to make these so they're not glitching and stuff like that. So we'll do that. Right now. Okay, so now that we've got all the beam connectors in place, now we can save it. Also, it's saved the wrong way, but I gotta reposition it anyway. Okay, so we're gonna say over arch bridge, and I'm gonna call this one section 0. And the reason I'm gonna call it 0, so it hopefully when it puts it in place with when it puts it in line with the others, it'll actually put it before the others. So Control C, I'm going to copy that. So select icon, and then we want to select the 2 meter. Select, save blueprint. Okay, save it once more because it kind of lagged. All right, clear blueprint designer, and then I need to reposition this. Oh, you are not going to do this to me, game. Oh well. There's nothing I can do about it. It decides that the beam connectors are overlapping the blueprint designer for some reason. You know what I might do? I might put a 4 meter section and then put that on top of it. Yeah, foundations. Let's do a 4 meter piece. Or should we do a 2 meter piece? No, a 4 meter piece. Like 4 meter piece of concrete. Oh, you know what we could do? We could start the design on the legs with that, actually. Hold on. Foundations, like, actually... yeah, we'll start with a 4 meter piece. Okay, so we need to find the exact center of this. So it's going to be, it's actually going to be here, isn't it? And I can't see the front of this because the lighting's all weird. Okay. Actually, no, this will be a full foundation. Yeah, that'll be a full foundation. But then the other foundation's there, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then... One, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Okay. So it's going to be there, then. Right, blueprints, section 0. Then I can put my beam connectors in that I wanted. Yep, that looks correct. Oh wait, no it doesn't. Okay, that's correct. That's the way it needs to be. Actually, that's not correct either, is it? Is it? Foundation. Foundation ends there. No, that is correct. Okay, I just got to move the foundation itself. Where it turns into a thing. Then we're going to have a 1/2 meter here. And then change it to zoop. There. And there. Then we'll have the full... There we go. Yep, and then that'll be the start of it. Now, putting this in place is going to be an absolute pain in my ass. Oh, yeah. What? No. Delete all that. There we go. Okay. Then we just need to reselect the icon. Save. Confirm. Yeah. Confirm. Okay. And then go ahead and close that out. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to leave that there for now. Alright, let's get started. Because we are running out of time. And I want to see if we can at least get part of this bridge done. Get it started, anyway. And then next time we can finish it. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me get this. It might take me a minute, so yeah, see if we can get this. No, I need power. I'm gonna have to bring the power with me, I think. Actually, I have been doing... Oh, I can't do that. Never mind. You know what? I might just do this. Say to hell with it. Close enough. And there's not much of a slope. Yes, I do need to bring the power with me. You know what? I might get rid of the foundations and just do this. Ugh, I hate that. That's a little better, I suppose. Okay. Yeah, let's get this started. So yeah, a bit like that, I think. I think that'll work work out quite well. Unfortunately, though, we are at the end of our episode, so we'll have to continue this tomorrow, which I'm thinking, by the looking of this, looks like it's going to be about 4 arches is what we're going to be dealing with. And then we've got the feet over here. As well, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. I am loving the way this looks. This looks so good. Now, I wish I would have done it out of. Oh, I'm actually curious about that. So I'll over to my hover pack. I might not be making this. I am really curious. Can we do this? Is it possible? Probably not, but you never know. No. And it's not in the materials either. To be able to switch these beams though, oh, if I could switch them to colors, then we could have colored bridges. Oh, that'd be so good. I'd love it. But yeah, that does look like it's going to be the end though for this episode of a Satisfactory. So I guess next time we'll finish the bridge. Yeah, next time we'll finish this bridge, we'll get it across, maybe we'll make a way, and we'll make a decent headway into the actual area between the two desert cliffs here. Abyss Cliffs, I believe is what it's called. Or whatever. But yeah, we'll get a bridge across there, it's going to look good, but that all had to be next time. So like I said, for now, though, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.